WK versus former boys. And we're just wrapping up here. They're just getting the last settings changed. Everything else is going well, and we should be getting into it, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you for the server conditions down there, Rush. So we're going to check in with our sideline reporter here. Throughout the duration of this hot match, again, OG Vitality toe-to-toe in my server. Woo! Must be my lucky day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty lucky that the MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs was able to get this all sorted out, right?
We didn't want a stand-in. We didn't want a coach. We didn't want a manager. We don't want a
manager, a coach.
We want the matchup. We want the game, and we got confirmation. It's starting in the next 20 seconds, Trace. That is great news to hear. As of course, the winner of this matchup, the winner of this best of 3, is going through to stage 2. The loser goes home.
We've actually got to uncharted parts of the song. Let's hear what's going on.
Wow, this is getting deep. Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe cut it.
I think it's pretty fire.
Now it flows right into it.
Yeah.
You fade it out. It's got a nice little mix right there. Yeah, we're going to have to get some sound bites for that for our mixtapes. But that's for another day. We need to talk about these GG.bet odds favoring Vitality currently. But again, some of us picked OG. And, well, by some of us, I mean 3 out of the 4 of us. Shout out Rushley one time.
On time for your Rush. One time. Not casted by Chad, Henry, and Alex, but they are listening, I'm sure.
I know, Trace, if you started to really nail your Aussie accent down, I think we could fool a couple of people. But let's see, OG trying to pull the wool over the eyes of Vitality with a fast A play now. And RPK emerging from his little hidey hole actually gets put in the ground. MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5 has taken this round into his own hands and locks it in with 3 kills there in the pistol. Team Vitality, they waste no time. They've been waiting patiently in the server for MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5 to arrive, and they quickly put one up on the board.
Thank you for your patience. Sometimes the internet is out of our control. Actually, don't know whose control it's in, but we look at 10:41. We've just seen the first round of play. We're going to be looking at the second one now. Harry, what's your take so far? We got a pistol round out of the way. Do you still feel confident?
I'm feeling more confident than ever, right? Like, MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5 might be feeling confident now that he clearly has Boris Johnson on side. That's a nice man to have backing you, I guess.
B, Omega Lol.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how he's known.
You know, he was the guy who went on to say that ping pong used to be the sport of Britain, and back then it was called whiff waff. That's not even a joke. That's actually like what he...
Is that facts, though?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Enough of Boris's whiff waff.
Yeah, let's get away from the riff raff and the whiff waff or the whatever.
Whiff waff, yeah.
Let's jump back into it because, again, Vitality finding a second round, and they made it look easy. They pushed down middle, really nowhere OG had an answer for. They had nowhere to go and a whole lot of time to do it in. So we look at the third round now, and still we're going to see some weapons out here for OG. They're going to grab some AKs from the looks of it. What can they do? What can they piece together on our puzzle board?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. First rifle round for OG in this series and their chance to show off. MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5 still looking a little bit laggy. We'll keep an eye on him. He seems to be jittering here and there. So, yeah, never fun, especially at this level. That can really hold you back. You know, of course, internet issues in CS can... You know, they're never going to be. It's never going to be better being lagging, but it can play to your advantage in ways. It can be hard for your opponent to hit you, but it can be hard for you to hit your opponent. So certainly not peak conditions here, but alas, the games must go on. Vitality contact mid for ZeuwoKCDZ5, just spotting with a grenade, ready to throw it off at a whim. And with the smoke coming down, blocking his line of sight, that grenade will follow in tow as well. But OG are taking their sweet time to get middle. They know there's utility here for Vitality. ZeuwoKCDZ5 delays that grenade nicely until the flashbang comes through. But OG are looking to commit to this A take. Vitality with an early rotate of Apex.
Oh, MBK opening this round up, but there's the response from RPK up in the apartments. Push down through the short side, and it's Issa to give them 1 kill. Valde going to come in with one of his own. And this A site now belongs to OG.
With the bomb plant, OG looked to secure their first round of the game. Vitality's going to back away and save what they have, which, albeit isn't a treasure chest, but it is something. They do something, Hugo.
Yeah, it's always nice. Yeah. Well, a round on the board for OG. And 3 alive at the end of things as well. Valde is going to be finding the pit. It is a deeper site plant, so he can get into the corner. Oh, God, look at MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5.
Having a good time.
He's really teleporting.
He just like full-on Slender Man down into the pit.
Maybe it's possible for us to ask Rushley what his ping looks like. Not that we have to see it. What's his ping look like?
I'll just take a look. It's actually fine. I think it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's more ISP related, I think. It's.
That's a tech pause coming
sorry,
in,
I pressed the button by accident. Yeah, we do have a tech pause coming in, though. Hopefully they can get it sorted out for the fellow.
Yeah, it's a short one, though, we've been told. So, yeah, more internet problems for Man2. Hopefully things will be locked in soon.
It's just a quick 500-minute pause. No big deal. Should be back in the game here in just a couple seconds. 50-50. Some might even say right down the middle. Now, that is a beautiful sight in my eyes. It's been quite some time since I've seen that load screen. Main menu, moreover. I think Rushley just put this on our screen. It was a different day and age for Counter-Strike. I do miss kind of like the community aspect of having IRC, but it would appear as though we're kind of doing that again with Discord. It doesn't have the same vibe.
Do you have 3 drinks next to your PC, Trace? 3 empty drinks as well?
No, I don't think I have any.
Clean them up. Henry would not be impressed.
You guys need to get on your A game, okay?
We're doing our best. And so are OG, finding their first round on this T side nice and early on. Vitality coming back in with Gunzo, and look at ZywOo, he is wielding that AWP. Wrong place, wrong time right now on the A site as pressure goes up the banana for OG. They will give it up as the smoke comes down at their feet, though, not wanting to push the boundaries too much. ZywOo just holding towards middle. And OG are going to move back up ult, try and take some A control. They show presence in banana, they force out the utility. And the key of that as well is not only have they put Vitality back in the B site, but if OG won and they show some mid presence, they can always double back and regain this banana control, knowing the utility on B will be limited. I say that, Masutra and Apex do a good job of holding on to some. Still Molotov's there, so OG, they might just commit to this A play. No lurks, everyone about mid or apartments. Looks like another drop out through the palace, and RPK waits on the balcony. ZywOo cut off by utility on long once again, and here comes the push. Oh, that's messy.
ZywOo ready and waiting back in the bomb site. Molotov goes down, and that's going to buy him a little bit of time. They'll smoke it. His man down in the pit going to have to try and come up a little bit later in the round. ZywOo doing a good job of locking down the bomb site right now. Man2 in with the response. Does manage 1, but he's got to get himself 3 more, and ZywOo's not prepared to let that happen. Vitality straight back in with another round.
Yeah, already off to a strong start. ZywOo looking good is, well, exactly what we wanted for this series, of course. Vitality needs to bring their A game. They did come second in their group, and of course taking on the 3rd of Group D. That is OG in this situation. So Vitality seeded better, and therefore the favourites in this matchup. And right now things are going as they should be. 3-1 lead. The force buy for OG is they want to keep things active. They want to try and keep Vitality's economy on the edge, rather than let them start to build it up with a full eco. Lots of utility, but not really the weaponry to play with.
Sort of like a side quest in this game to keep that economy check on the other side. Here we go. We are off with at least what OG could put together into this round. They do have some utility to work with, but so do Vitality. You can use some smokes to really clog up these choke points, prevent OG from advancing too far. As it stands, Masuda, solo B player, with a rotation that could come in from Apex. Now let's see how OG approach the banana. A couple shots, gonna be enough to make Masuda fall back and call for a little bit of help, or at least have it on standby. Here we go, seesaw maneuver. Traversing back over to this A site. Molotov goes in a cubby. All 5 players for OG alive here at the top of mid.
Bit of untangling being done with the cables right now, Trace. Harry and I are swapping positions, but we're back in action. RPK certainly is as well in the pit. He's found one. Oh dear, very close up with Shocks. MBK might be able to stop these boys in the pit if he can find an angle. Oh, falling in. If only he didn't jump, he would have seen a man before that. RPK was on 6, but instead he secures a creek. He will not go down as Vitality continue to lead. 4-1 up. Get rid of the force by backing for OG. Now OG have no choice. They have to eco. A force here would just be irresponsible, a bad spending of cash. And so P250s will likely be the opportunity here for OG as they allow Vitality to go 5-1 up on the CT side.
What's so funny, guys?
I honestly keep thinking it's the actual slow-mo.
Yeah. Ooh.
Shock's not having any slow-mo in this round. He's getting himself set up for a pretty sweet alt pick, but then he backs out. Just pistols over here for OG.
Yeah, they've cleared bottom banana, though, so Vitality, they have a lot of information right now. They have even more map control, and OG, of course, are about to find out the hard way. Maybe bullets in the back of the skull for Apex as he finds Alexa B. Quick tap. And we'll just slink back to the safety. They saw that mid was clear off of that peak as well, so right now they should know Vitality should know OG are all over ult and apps, and RPK will even take down MBK getting up mid as well through the boiler. So, yeah, OG. I'm sure they're using this right now to talk as well. Figure out the next rifle round, how they want to approach it when the guns are back in their favor.
Yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense, right? Through kind of like scanning through the various interviews that we have from the OG side, one thing that did like run in common is that they were saying how they use these pauses a hell of a lot. And just because, like, for these guys, an international squad is like a whole new challenge, right? And so it's important for them to just have these timeouts to kind of talk things through, make sure everyone's on the same page. And so using this, you know, as that existence style timeout where you do just talk through what's coming up in the following round, I think that's great for OG. And it lets them save those all-important pauses for later in the game if this does start to come down to the wire.
Yeah, and moreover, I think in that article, he also said that, you know, we end up making plays based off of frustration and not so much as a team play. And certainly a timeout can help to slow down the comms, especially when you're talking about an international squad, a multilingual squad mover.
That certainly has been a problem. You know, talking about that a lot with communication issues, and that's fair enough. I mean, you've got, you know, 5 different nationalities represented in this roster, even including the coach, of course, Rugger and Valde, both hailing from Denmark. But yeah, other than that, it's the second language for a lot of people here. So that does often hold international teams back somewhat. But you got to make do with what you got. 5-1, the guns are out, and Vitality, I like this call. They know OG have waited so long for this full buy, and they want to just end it before it even begins. Shocks might be able to do so, but great shot from Valde. Quick reaction as he follows up to ZeuwoKCDZ at the top of middle, trying to escape and failing to do so. It's a fast-paced round towards the A site.
Yeah, RPK and Apex, the brunt of this round now falling on their shoulders, and they've got to deliver. Apex is just hiding. Are they going to check for him? MBK certainly will, and that's Apex mopped up almost immediately. Masuta now, the last man in the hot seat for Team Vitality, and he's a long way away from getting anything done in this round. He's just going to try and hold on to the M4. So OG, they will come in with their second on the board, and it's a flawless round at that. Now, coming into this game, another guy who'd spoken up on this OG squad about his individual performance, obviously, was Alexa B. He put that tweet out where he said, "I feel like a walking decoy lately." Now,
he's 0-6.
Yeah, well, you know, 0-6 right now, but I think, you know, it's good that he's feeling the pressure as an individual, right? Like, because we already know he brings a lot to teams, right? You look at how someone like Ents has kind of fallen apart since his departure. I think it's obvious that he has a lot of impact from an IGL perspective, but as we've touched upon in this team, there's a lot of players with that experience looking to try and bring it. And so I think, you know, the moment we have Alexa B putting up some numbers in the server alongside making the calls that we know him for, that's where this OG team looks scary.
And here's the thing, I mean, he might be 0-6 in the server, but he's definitely #1 in most of our hearts. And that's what's important.
You can't not like the dude. He's such a sweetheart. So, you know, great in interviews as well. We had him after their matchup just the other day.
Doing pull-ups.
Yeah. Respect. Well, right now, OG have pulled themselves up to a second round. After a streak of 3 from Vitality, their economy is still in good standing, though. OG with 5 alive in the previous are going to look to put it in the dirt. I like this call as well. If they go for a quick B execute, of course, Molotovs are going to be available for Vitality, but at the same time, they could get there before the rotations. We've got a triple short side play for Vitality with 2 in the apartments. So a B execute right here, right now would lead them with a 4-on-2. Certainly favored. And we know how hard those retakes are on this map as well. But Shox, he has come in a little bit ahead of time. That smoke has bought a few seconds here for Vitality, and that's all they needed. This molly could end the life of the man tucked in the corner. It is LTC, not wanting to go 0-7. Might have to smoke that one out. He's just sitting in the fire. He will finally smoke it off, but Masuta can finish him off with a grenade. Oh, dear. James Bond has entered the server, and Masuta doubles up. Great confidence and aggression on the CT side. Shox even doing it once more. And now it's all on the lurk. Avissa too far away to have any impact into this B-site play.
Yeah, can he find anything? RPK's dinked him on the first peak, so not in this round. A 6th on the board. I absolutely love that from Masuta. He throws the nade in, and it's just like, nade's got him, done it. I'm just going to deal with the players coming up through Banana. That's a fantastic round from Masuta, and then followed up on, obviously, by Shox and Co. to make it all come together. OG, bit of a shame. LTC tries to pull them in almost like a decoy over in the corner, but actually gets naded out of the round. So it all kind of falls apart on the back of that.
He did say he was a decoy, but not quite literally is that, I suppose. Either way, that is a B take that did not go the way of OG. In fact, they got shut down before they could even get into the driveway.
Vitality with excellent utility down Banana in these rounds as well. They've been just denying the presence for OG. Even bottom smoking deep at the end of Banana as well. So OG feels such a risk coming through that one, considering there could be a player AWPing on car. But of course, with them throwing their own utility, there is not. They've cleared that out. The AWP is here, though. ZywOo ready for the fight as he takes down MBK. RPK can slip back as well. He was also spotted, and they're just going to completely switch up this setup. And OG, desperate times, desperate measures. 3 smokes, may as well BX quickly. The timing is good for Valdi. Catches a player out and about, will take down Masuta. Apex has to hold the line.
We'll do that. He's going to continue to do it from the coffin's only good for one more. It's LTC that does falter. LTC Bond. String of unlucky rounds for the gentleman continues. Meanwhile, this bomb's looking to get planted. However, Man2 with a nice catch. We're going to see if OG can hold on to this bomb plant.
This has just picked up a molly. That's pretty good. That's going to delay this one for Vitality, but you can see they have their own utility. And the second grenade to Man2, there's even a Molotov behind that. They could throw it in the pool and finish him off. They heard him drop from the coffins. Vitality, though, tick-tock.
Yeah, Issa can still deliver a hell of a lot from back here on the pillar. If he's able to separate these forces in dealing with the CT player. Okay, well, never mind. Forget I said anything. Vitality. They come in with the defuse, and it's the 7th round on the board. They managed to keep all 3 players that are in that retake alive, so stellar job from them. Great utility as well coming out from the Vitality side. They play that retake pretty perfectly, honestly. Like, we've seen a lot of teams. There's that tweet that we were on about, by the way. And yeah, sorry, it was talking decoy.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. I mean, but the sentiment's there, right? Either way you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no one's doubting this guy's brain power. And I mean, I don't want to say that people are doubting his individual performance. We know what he can do. He's performed on the world stages against some of the best when he was back in Ents. So yeah, you know, I feel like you just need to find your groove in this team. Shox certainly feels confident in this one, taking an aggressive ult pick. This time he hangs around. ZywOo is trying to support, but not getting given a kill on that ramp player that was LTC, playing safe and waiting for his team to take the mid info instead. OG will be doing that. LTC setting them up with a flash, and ZywOo forced back by it. RPK hanging around, looking to force fights, and he lines him up, knocks him down. 2 for 2. Apex gonna do the dirty as well. RPK takes the final kill, and Vitality 8 rounds to 2. This is a great CT side. They're reading it well. They're dealing with these B plays. Their retakes have looked really smooth, and OG are left with 2 rounds right now.
Well, they are. Good looks from Vitality right now. Multi-kill after multi-kill.
They're waiting till OG get in comfortable positions, like in top B and mid, and then they're pulling in aggression. That's the best part about it. Not even always flashing these fights, just catching them off guard. Think of the round where MAhvMh7z rushes Banana and Shox follows him as well. That's the exact same setup we just saw essentially on the A side.
This is something that we saw Vitality do a little bit of, you know, back in the group stages of Pro League. And that was, you know, they try and like retake these key positions later on in the round. And I think it just is only working for them right now. You know, OG, as they start to establish this default, as they get the top mid control, that's where you're going to be looking to move into whatever your game plan is for that round, right? That's where you get ready with your smokes, you get ready with the utility. And so while they're in this setup phase, before they even get a chance to kind of throw in the grand strategy that's been assembled, they're just getting cut down. And that can feel very, very frustrating, especially for a man in LTC's position right now. You know, all these decisions that you're trying to make come into fruition in the round never even get a chance. But there's an opener, LTC. One-tap ZywOo with a P250.
That's why you buy head armor, folks.
A man who had no kills coming into this round, one-tapping the #1 HLTV rated player of last year. Surprise, out of the round.
That'll get you back on the board. That will get you feeling a lot better about yourself. But MAhvMh7z doesn't want it to last too long. He gets LTC up top of the car and backs off and gives away Banana. OG looking towards A though again. These apps drops have been prolific. MBK will be delayed though. Molotov at his feet. RPK hears him come up short. Look at it again. RPK wants to do it to him. He wants to get aggressive. He gets caught this time. And his teammate picked up on the site. RPK is gone. Shox has to do it all, but he's too low to stand the test of time. Valde finishes him off. The CZ's getting entries for OG, but are they going to be able to hold on to the post plant?
Yeah, this just got extremely interesting in the back of OG, finding some kills and some success, finally giving themselves a chance in the round. MAhvMh7z's going to grab one on Apex. JiSMAhvMh7z. M4 in hand, got a kit, and he's also got to save this weapon. He's going to go ahead and head out to B. We're going to see another round on the board here for OG. Now, they do pick up the AWP there. Now, I believe that was ZywOo's from the top of Banana. And, you know, it was Vitality that picked it up and tried to take it back and really hide it out, but MAhvMh7z's going to be grabbing it, taking it to the next round.
Yeah, OG want to hunt, but obviously is always a danger when you don't have your own economy. That being said, they win an eco, so a bit of bonus cash going their way, and no one gets punished anyway. MAhvMh7z doesn't want to take a fight with the AWP, rather guarantee the save. Let's see this again. Dink. Oh, first bullet, no head armor on an anti-eco. Dangerous decision by ZywOo. Sometimes it feels, you know, you're on like 89 Kevlar with no helmet. You're like, oh, I don't want to spend $1,000 just for, you know, what is essentially 11. But that number is nothing. You know, it's all about avoiding that. And, well, ZywOo, he can't avoid bullets in that round. Let's see what he's got in this one, though. AWP is back out. Apex taking Banana for this time. And ZywOo's gone back to the comfort play on A. That's been typically where we've seen him with this AWP.
MAhvMh7z doing his best Keanu Reeves and Matrix impression. D-Matrix, rather. A hop, skip, and a jump. We're going to see what OG can pull out in this round. Would behoove them to start stacking rounds at this point, but will they?
Yeah, they kind of need to, right? They've only had these one-and-done rounds, and that looks to leave you on the back foot in a pretty big way. Nade damage onto Issa. Another 50 damage nade thrown in from Vitality. They've been very, very proficient with this utility, and that's something that OG still need to kind of show their hand in, truthfully. ZywOo down here in the pit. And he could have his work cut out for him in just a moment's time. Going to try and set Shox up to go through this moto smoke that's gone down. He's going to get the information that long is clear. OG, they leave mid now. And it wouldn't surprise me. You already see Shox is creeping forward. RPK's doing the same. Vitality are going to clear top mid. They see that it's clear. They have this information. And now the jig is up. Shox immediately rotates. ZywOo's even rotating as well. Vitality, they've got the read on this situation. They know what's going on. These players at the B site have just got to buy time. And they've done more than that. They've turned this into a more than winnable round. LTC gets caught trying to grab the bomb, and Vitality secure themselves a 9th. Once again, it's that re-aggression back into top mid that you just love to see from Vitality. It allows them to get the read on that fake from OG ahead of time. And then, you know, like that that's all helped even more by the two players in the site just going above and beyond, right?
Well,
it felt like the round was safe anyway.
On top of that, yeah, Vitality know it's coming through, but then they really know, because Valda goes in first with the bomb, and not only does he die, but it goes flying into the CT smoke, you know? Obviously, still accessible while the smoke is up, but once that fades, that bomb is gone. Look at this package getting chucked into the CT spawn. So yeah, just a couple of errors here for OG. Obviously, the bomb going first doesn't really mean anything in this case, because Vitality already knew, but you know, if they didn't, that only gives away the information before it needs to be given away. OG could send the bomb in third, and well, Vitality wouldn't have that confirmation. But instead they do. 9-3 up, keeping up this CT side. ZywOo 6-4, not even really having much of a say in this series so far. Neither is Mantu on the AWP. He's been lacking the money, and of course on T-side Inferno, it's not always the go-to. Especially not with some of the pace OG have been playing, you know, just taking top mid, falling back, going B, fast rotations between sites. And even faster fights from Vitality. Ooh, ZywOo, oh, not again. It's same as last round. This time a little bit less damage at least received. And OG is setting up smokes towards the A site. That's a Moto.
Yeah, so back at it again for the top mid control, but this time there looks to be a commitment behind it. And Vitality already seem wise to this. They're pulling players around from the B site. It's a bit topsy-turvy, it's a bit back and forth, but RPK holds down the bomb site. Apex on the rotation is able to deal with the final man in MBK, and Team Vitality now 10-3 up. This is a monumental CT side from Vitality. OG. 5-10 is recoverable, but anything short of that, I'm really not feeling this comeback for OG right now.
Now, Hugo, we did highlight RPK as a sharpshooter, currently living up to his name. Something to consider, food for thought.
It's
been playing
wild.
sick.
This has been consistent throughout all of the Pro League season thus far. You know, like this isn't out of the ordinary for RPK in this iteration of Vitality.
Oh, again, Shock's pushing mid. He's not alone. This time he's joined by his entire goddamn team. There's only one man on B. They're holding this. They're watching the smoke. Valdi is so ready, and they're going to get the kill in B as well. If OG commit, that's the round done. That's a sight under their hand. And Vitality realize it. Instead of continuing this mid push, they full rotate through CT spawn. There's still going to be OG here, who were slow to react on this kill. Rather grouping, and now they're walking into a stack. This could still fall apart for OG. A 5-on-3 into the entire team of Vitality.
Oh boy. Talk about going through the blender. Well, here's the boost onto Apex. He's about to get a whole lot of information. 1, 2, 3, make it almost 4. Mantu there to solve some of the problems OG faced in this round. Now just Issa.
Wow.
And somehow ZywOo swinging out there from the coffins area gets that frag. What a round.
That whole round is so unfortunate for OG, right? With that kill going onto Shocks in the bottom of Banana, OG, with getting the top B kill, they start to think, okay, well, in the minds of Vitality, we killed the guy pushing bottom mid. So in the back of Vitality's mind, surely they must be anticipating that we're not just going to commit to be on the back of it. But because the whole team was in mid, they saw that they didn't go back through those smokes. They'd cleared old mid. They knew that there was no presence there. So they just take a full-on gamble rotation, and it pays off for them. They had all the info. OG thought they were making the right decision and kind of playing with Vitality's mind, and that's just not the case.
It's just really quick reactions. That seems to be the difference here. I feel like Apex has been so good at knowing what to do instantly. You know, he's not been hesitating, and the calls are there for Vitality to win the round. It's the call to instantly rotate that wins in the round. They get there before OG do, despite OG having the banana control. And they close out the 3-on-5. Ridiculous scenes,
There's
Vitality.
a boost going on here.
Oh dear, this could get messy. Apex is just dodging it though. They're going to boost themselves up as well, avoid the noise cues. And BK has killed a man over towards A, but that's not done much other than stall these rotations out. Mizuta needs to hold the line. He got caught with a Molotov, fire in the water, and Apex has got to do it all on his own now. He can't hold much longer. OG 4-on-2. This has got to be a 4th round. They can't afford to throw this one away.
But you better believe your top dollar is going to be Vitality that goes for it here in this last round of the half. Mantu with the drop on RPK, and somehow he's alive on 2 HP. So I was going to try to follow him in his footsteps. 3-on-2 in this retake. Now we come to a little bit of a calm before the storm. ZywOo looking to make his presence known. AWP there just outside of boost. Meanwhile, RPK can't seem to maneuver himself at the bomb site, and neither can ZywOo. Issa with the round, and that's going to be the half of play. The first one here on this map. We go into a break, we come back, we're going to see the conclusion of it. Don't go anywhere.
promise this is ours, cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork on the floor.
you know, what can you really do? A fast B, you don't want to put too much focus on taking long or something, unless you're using the Galils in first place. But yeah, something fast. OG are on full eco anywhere, and Vitality know it. They've got nothing to beat here. Just that saved CZ from Valde with a Kev, and OG might just push the limits right down mid. Feed the beast, as it were.
Yeah, maybe looking to make this real quick. All these USBs.
It still gets a little bit expensive, but ultimately it is contained, and Team Vitality got 14-4. It's 13-6 right now in opening duels between these two squads. Team Vitality perhaps unexpectedly leading the charge in that in a very, very big way, as we'd kind of come to expect with this very, very dominant scoreline. The majority of those being found by a man that you guys just mentioned in Masuta, perhaps unsurprisingly. You know, over towards the B site, he was getting challenged a hell of a lot in the CT half. Now here on the T side, he's just showing no worries in terms of being that first man into these bomb sites. So up through top mid now for Team Vitality. Shock's looking like he wants to have his turn at the action in this round.
A mid-take, only one man here. MBK, though, holding the line, taking down Shocks, the man who replaced his position in Vitality back in September.
It's true. Storylines all over the place with these two teams.
Right now, it's no revenge match for MBK. They are getting wrecked. Vitality, they want to keep up the pace, keep up the fight as they run into the B side. Smoke is up, LXB is above, and he can get one before he drops. Apex even follows with an entry, and now B has been conceded. It's going to have to be a retake for OG. They've got the kits, they've got the grenades, but Masuta has an advanced position, and they are not ready.
Oh, they check it. And MBK is able to get the trade. At least leaves this doable now for OG. If they lose it, they're up against map point with no money heading into this following round. So there's also going to be a bit of a temptation maybe to even consider holding onto these rifles if the kills just don't present themselves. But I mean, at that point, you're staring at an 11-round comeback, so it's probably just not going to happen. They've got to give it a go. This is one of the best chances they've had, and it gets swept away from them. ZywOo and Apex to solidify map point between Vitality, and this could be a very, very fast first map.
Yeah, we had a bit of a delay early on, but luckily Vitality are putting us back on schedule, back on track for this series. 15-4. Absolute dominance, absolute dominion.
Scenes.
Yeah, no rounds lost in the second half of Vitality either.
It's not gone well for OG. And if you did pick OG, don't even know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Nice one, Harry.
Sick of you, man.
Anyway,
I
moving
don't
forward.
remember it going down that way, but all right.
Mantu's going to get a peek down the middle. Is going to spot just a ton of Vitality players running right up there. Enough to scare them off a little bit. They're going to re-aggress the position through the smoke, reoccupy it. But it doesn't matter. Vitality have already tucked tail and ran off to B.
Alexabee's flashing Valde back into this position here, so we're going to see a forced fight for OG. This is a big one. He's going to get a lot of information off of this as well, so Valde needs to find a kill.
Oh, but instead, the timing on the flashbang push is just never there for OG. And Valde gets caught with no assistance from his teammates in that forward position. Shock's now going to hide down here in this little hole on Banana. They flash through. Shocks is fully blind, and MBK will manage that one. Mantu nearby to deal with ZywOo over in top Banana. He does have a kit as well, so OG have got a little bit of time to play around with. That kit on Banana, maybe not ideal if this kill comes in favor of Vitality. That's something OG are going to have to try and grab. Apex up on this boost is the man really trying to solidify this round. Flashed out into the open. RPK somehow, it looks like he's the bait in this bait and switch, but instead he just annihilates everyone. They force him out from his cage, and maybe they wish they didn't, as that leads to their demise. Vitality, they go 1-0 up in this series. They take Inferno, the map pick of OG, dominantly. So join us after a quick break to find out how the rest of this series develops. HP. OG have set themselves up well. RPK now spotted. That penny drops. They know he's here. And they'll get that round back under wraps. OG going to go 3-0 up, but now the investment is looming for Team Vitality.
Yeah, and RPK not really having a whole lot to work with there. He doesn't know where these players on OG are, so he does kind of elect to sit back, turtle up inside of that big garage. Decent idea, but sometimes it doesn't work out the way it's planned, because planning is everything, plans are nothing.
Zeuwo had enough for the AWP. He was saving for it as he didn't force in the second, but he actually just opted to go for the Creek. So Vitality delaying their AWP purchase. Man2 has his. We haven't seen that head-to-head AWP. Zeuwo killed him once in the previous map with an AWP. Man2, I don't even recall him having it. CT side, there was no money. T side, there was no need. Or at least that's what they believed. Valde on the ramp. Vitality, a slow approach. They're going to go back to spawn, throw these smokes on the outside, try and get the cross under control. Can set up towards lower. Valde's going to be playing that rotate from ramp if he needs to drop down towards B, and there is a second man in hell to help as well. Man2 has gone in on a rotation. So Vitality, they're going to get free control towards that lower site with these smokes if they want. Molotovs thrown in to try and make things interesting. OG throwing in some damage to the smokes as well. Nothing too significant. And the fact that Vitality are sneaking means OG have no idea how many players have gotten down here. It is, in fact, 4 with the bomb and a 5th in tow as well. RPK going to hang around outside, and that means OG can't rotate through this position, and RPK can come in on a backstab later on.
Oh, MBK is trying to play with timing, and RPK.
No. Oh dear, head hitbox from behind.
Yeah,
that
was
is
scary.
Always weird.
It's one of the horrible ones as well, because MBK obviously swivels, so his head just changes location by a pixel, and that almost costs Team Vitality dearly. Valde down here towards B has a crossfire with Man2 over at ramp. Might not matter though, because Shox and Masuta have gone ahead and actually just slaughtered everybody else. So
that was so unlucky for Valde as well, right? He's watching window for like 10 seconds. Shox gets 2 kills decon, and that's when Valde has to look away because he's lost his teammates, and then they come through the window. Like, just, ugh. What an infuriating split on the B side for Vitality.
It's like you never get a proper shot off, and that is definitely frustrating. Well, Man2's not going to be getting any more shots off in this round unless, of course, Vitality try to exit through ramp, but he's going to be saving the AWP, and we're going to see a first here for the French side.
yeah, one of the things I'm really loving about Apex's cooling is it almost feels like this Vitality squad, they don't like look at tendencies and how teams like to set up and then say like, you know, a lot of teams I feel like look at how you can kind of disrupt that with things like utility, you know, where you can have a few players to play around it. But with Vitality, it feels like they kind of look at how a team sets up and then they just say, all right, so how can we completely disrupt them ever even getting into those positions? As they're like trying to do this setup, that's how we're going to play around it. You know, we're not going to like give them that respect and then nullify it with utility. A lot of the decision making does seem to be like, even thinking back to Inferno, right? The amount of times they caught OG trying to set up for an A play as opposed to, you know, responding to the tells that come through, you know, on the back of things like utility. So it's a very like heads up style of play from Vitality, and I love that all over. ZywOo's going to try and get down, and he's got a little buddy friend hopping around behind him. Shox is here. So Secret now belongs to Vitality, and this has forced the rotation of Alexa B on down towards the B site. Valde is at ramp room as well. He can look to assist later on, should he not be needed, although with how this round's looking, he just might be needed over here towards ramp.
Vitality bleeding out the time, but going to eventually take control of this lower area. Alexa B's pushed back by the molly.
I mean, last time they waited, right? They were gifted that free kill onto MBK. So they're just waiting to see right now what the adjustment from OG is. And there's the adjustment. Alexa B dealing with the B site push. In response to this, Team Vitality, they pick up the pace and they get the A site. With just 3 players out from the hut, they managed to find all the kills needed, and they leave OG a man down.
The cool thing about that is because Alexa B got the kill, Vitality know that that's an A site rotator. They know that Alexa B plays that door position, and so they just hit A instantly. They know that, you know, it's not Man2 coming down with the AWP, it's not Valde from the ramp on rotate, and so Vitality go, okay, max 2A right now, let's just speed it up and take it, and they do. They get the kills, it gets a bit close. Masuta on 1, but close is enough. They do it. Second round on the board, and OG Gonna have to save these guns. RPK even finds an AWP for ZeuwoK.
Merry Christmas, ZeuwoK.
And a Happy New Year. Remember when we all came into the end of the year thinking, you know, everything's gonna change. I'm gonna turn my life around. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna spend all my time outside.
Gonna do the hokey pokey.
Yeah. Left foot in, left foot out. In, out, in, out. Shake it all about, Trace.
Yeah. Well, no one around here is doing the Harlem Shake, but we certainly can't pretend to shake it all about. Vitality looking to shake it up as it is. Currently have put OG there with just one Krieg and one M4 in their hands, which could be enough to turn the game. Now, I'm not saying it will. Here's LXB, boosted up outside. He's going to have absolutely no information that these players have crossed, other than the fact that the smokes are theirs. ZeuwoK and Shox have already made it down secret.
Triple ramp setup for OG. They're going to be able to rotate down low very fast, but if they want to, they're right now forcing fights in the lobby and not to a good method. RPK has killed Valde. That gun, Mantu can't find. He's going to swing, does get a dink, but unfortunately nothing more. Vitality just waiting as these kills get delivered to their doorstep. The Krieg is going to be coming through the hut as well. You'd like to think they don't go too much further. Issa tries it. He has a USP, but hoping they capitalize on that kill and push through the hut into Alexi. They have not. MBK kills a man lower, but he can't get out without a fight. ZeuwoK trades, and masuta does the same in the lobby. It's another round for Vitality. 3-3. OG saved, and they got a little bit done, but nothing too significant. 2 kills, and now a buyback.
Man, still no AWP able to come through from OG, and I see this outside control being a reoccurring problem till they have the money to bring that AWP out. That's the thing, Vitality are playing with Secret in a great way, right? They throw those smokes in, and just that alone forces a rotation, and so then they know that OG are going to be feeling the pressure, and they just hold every other avenue on the map, and they're waiting for the response from OG in every one of these rounds. This is going to condition OG to have to play very, very turtled up in these bomb sites. And so Vitality try and throw this curveball in with a fast A play, and they have managed to do a little bit of damage. It's Alexa B still up on top of the hut. That helps solidify that round for OG. They'll keep the lead in their favor, 4-3. Krieg gained as well, so that's going to help them with this battle towards outside. I imagine we're going to see a repeat of that kind of same default from Vitality. Whether or not anyone's going to use the outside smokes, that's a real question mark. It wouldn't surprise me if in one of these rounds, we either have them, you know, throw them and then just do something else completely different off the back of it, knowing that you're going to disrupt this CT side default that OG are trying to establish. And not going to happen in this round. Instead, back towards the A bomb site once again, at least out of spawn. Apex actually tagged down in amongst the Molotov there. Gets brought down to 27 points of health. A bit of spam on the back of it brings him down even lower.
Yeah, masuta very aware of the fact that OG could, or at least MBK, could push outside again. He's been holding this angle for some minute now. However, MBK holding back into the secret, I guess right there at the top of the stairs. So, again, a little bit more of that conditioning.
Oh, those are some cool smokes.
This is, it's pretty big having MBK already moved into Secret, because what this will allow him to do is if no one moves in behind these smokes, or if only one player arrives behind the smokes, he's going to be able to get all this information from Secret, and that's something for OG to work with. They don't have to over-rotate into this. There's a gap here for Shox to try and peek through, and that will be his demise.
See, I want to know if that was by design for Vitality. They miss a smoke, but if anything, that gives Shox the way to get into main. He dies, so it doesn't matter. But if he gets into main and gets a kill, Vitality, who was set up in the lobby, could have hit top site. So we'll see if we see that again from Vitality. Maybe they'll get it right the second time around.
And the problem there is, too, is, you know, fighting at that angle, obviously, Shox, you know, was not ready for that shot. So an appropriate response from OG. Now it's going to be the heavy outside presence for the French and Vitality. They're going to work up slowly but surely as the clock does tick down to just 20 seconds.
They've got to go main. That's their only option. They have no time to run Secret to B, and Heaven is, yeah, that's not going to happen. So contact play, but 3 players here. Alexi B hears some footsteps. They start running into him, and he finds one. masuta, Mantu rather, finding another, and it's just a death match for OG. And right now, Vitality have had enough. Apex is going to run away, keep his AK for the next round. They can buy up around it, of course. It's all fine for Vitality, but OG are at least putting up CT rounds in this game, making it competitive. It was such a stomp on Inferno. I was worried coming into the second.
It wasn't even fair on Inferno almost.
Absolutely not. And Vitality with a pause finally being put to the test in some of these T rounds. But there's still a lot more they haven't done, right? We haven't seen really any ramp rushes. We haven't seen an attempt at getting Garage and wrapping Heaven. OG giving them a lot of respect outside. You talk about the AWP parry, Mantu not having it, much so far, and he still doesn't have it here. So, Vitality, they want Yard, they can take it. But unfortunately for Shox, LTC is so quick in that round, he shuts him down. Apex gets his first on the board, but LTC holding his own as well inside of the A site. Good hold from OG as they put up 5.
I really feel like, if we see Team Vitality go back towards these outside smokes, they could find a lot of success from it. Because OG, while they respond appropriately in that round by having MBK get into Secret.
Him and Apex now, Harry.
Yeah, well, having MBK get into Secret on the back of Team Vitality taking a while to throw these smokes in toward outside has helped them out a lot in that round there. But now we see a variation of these outside smokes once again. These are the ones that allow you to wrap into mini should you desire. Valder this time takes up the position in Secret, and that's not something Vitality have had to contend with yet when they've gone outside. In the last round, MBK was there and he got bested by Apex.
Here's that garage control.
Yeah, giving him an advantage as well, the way of Team Vitality, thanks to that push. And this allows and kind of frees up the other players on the map. LTC's come in on this wraparound for RPK, and he hounds him down with the auto shot. ZywOo and Shox, the only 2 attackers left in this round. And Valder's wrapping up through Secret. This should just be the shutdown now.
I like how OG aren't giving Vitality room, right? They know once they get control of the Yard, Vitality have so many options and OG has so little information, right? Heaven wraps, you can go hell to ramp, you can go main, you can go B, you can walk back lobby. So OG just force engagements. LTC chasing in the lobby as well, and the rest of OG just pushing out main, fighting from CT spawn, causing a ruckus, Trace. And that's where they're going to come out well. 6-3, doubled out of Vitality as more pistols out for the French.
Bring in the ruckus. Shout out one time for the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh dear, that's not going to work. Crossing before the smokers bloom. Shox gets shut down. I think a molly might have been a problem there. Issa mowing him down from above as well, and blink and you miss it. The round is done. A nice quickie kill for Vitality. They don't make us wait around for it. No existence style T-spawn strategy. Just nice and quick and clinical for OG. Vitality have money once again. Going to see another try on this T side.
Yeah, 7 rounds for OG. Now, will we run it back on Vitality and get a split down the middle, 50-50 half?
Well, if the half was 14 rounds long, maybe.
Oh, now it's not split down the middle.
Well, no, it's not. I've been made shockingly aware of that. You'd be surprised, actually.
I've seen the meme.
Outside smokes going back for Team Vitality, and they are going to look to try and use them this time. It's the standard ones to cross into Secret, but MBK is here again. Will it be more success for him? This time, the answer is no. ZywOo gets that kill, and MBK never really gets a hard definition on how many players have gotten on down. LTC gets fed to the wolves. Thus far, they've only seen ZywOo and Shox, but now it becomes all too clear. Oh dear, that's a very awkward exchange there for everyone involved, but it's ZywOo with a hat-trick. 3 kills in this round, and he's still alive, still looking to turn heads inside of the bomb site. Mantu waits. Issa moving in towards ramp. Currently, down at the B site, it's a 2-on-2, but RPK, I think, might be about to get the information that this top site is clear. You can see ZywOo getting up through the vents, and there's an empty site for them to plant on. OG are going to have to come into this in a 2-on-3 retake of the upper site.
Look at ZywOo leading the way. Issa look towards the ladder, elect not to go directly up there, and this has been a good idea, a good read from Vitality. They just traverse, find the upper site for free, rent-free even, get the bomb down. Mantu and Issa. Mantu had really good position in lower. He's playing a spot that we normally see Lanteres, whatever you're going to call him. It's where he usually plays.
I'm so surprised OG is saving in this round. Look at their money. They are rolling in dough right now, and that was a viable retake. Now, it was planted for Heaven, and Issa even had a flash. MAhvMh7z could have gone Heaven and gotten flashed in, try and force a fight. Obviously, you know, it's decided off the first kill. You lose that, well, the other player saves. You win it, that's a 2-on-2. That's a viable round. Of course, time was a problem for OG, and they didn't have position inside of the site. It would have been them at a pretty significant disadvantage, but it was still winnable. And that's what's the biggest surprise for me. OG can buy no matter the result. And with them holding on to 2 weapons, they will continue to invest here and try and come back in this round. I wonder if we'll see a round where OG try and be proactive on the CT side. Maybe MBK goes back to this aggressive yard play, or we see more lobby hunting for LXCB. You know, one of these heavy ramp setups OG have shown in the past. Something like that. Get in the face of Vitality. Make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, the only problem
when we get to the late round, you can see how that read was so great. They went back up to the top site.
The only problem with that is, as we've seen, right, in the early rounds of this first half, at least, Vitality were holding for this aggression. Now, in this round, MBK goes out towards outside, and with him already crossing past Shox and then Shox getting dropped, this has gone massively in favor of OG. MAhvMh7z comes in with some ramp aggression, and Hugo, you wanted to see it. Well, there it is. They take 3 gunfights in a matter of seconds, and every single one of them comes up in favor of OG. Yeah,
MAhvMh7z's brought the AWP into this round, which is a long time overdue right now. It's late in the game, but welcome regardless. And there's 1 OG around unless ZeuwoKCDZ and MAhvMh7z can make this miracle happen. Smoked off, but will fade and give ZeuwoKCDZ an entry into that A site. Is that what they want to do here? This is their best bet. There are only 2 players inside of A right now. There's a third in the Heaven. That's MBK. He's going to be allowed to rotate quick. So it's actually Hellbound, which gives even more chances, even more opportunities the way of Vitality. Valdi can come up the vent with that smoke and be a real problem. LXCB in the gap, finds 1, and MAhvMh7z looking the wrong way will get dropped by Issa. It's an 8th round. Flawless for OG again. This is why their economy is so good. In the rounds they've won, they've been clean typically.
Shadows given away there for Shox. MBK doing what he's been doing pretty much this entire half, finding some footing outside and really trying to exploit it. Vitality on pistols going into this round. They're going to save for the next. We're looking towards the end of this first half. It is round 13. You would think the Vitality side might want to get a few more rounds in there. Here we go. Wall of smoke's going to allow Shox to cross. They did see him, or at least gave a shot towards it. Side of MAhvMh7z. However, a lot of presence in upper right now. Look at this. Issa trying to hold it down behind the silo. ZeuwoKCDZ too quick on the trigger. Finds himself 2, which is good. However, the bomb being down in the site now. Just on Shox, and well, that was never going to pan out, I don't think. 9-4. OG wins the round.
It's a way better CT side from OG in this map as well.
Yeah, I mean, something I think that's going a bit amiss for Vitality is whenever they've tried playing into this top site, you know, obviously that round there, not really referencing it because it was only pistols. But whenever they've attempted it in the rifle rounds, a pretty standard molly that most teams throw is one over towards the top of hut. LXCB's just been allowed to destroy this team on the A side pushes from that position time after time. And that feels like a little bit of an odd one, right? Because that's such a standard Molotov to throw to force a player out from there. And you could even see as MAhvMh7z went running in at the end of that round, he was so paranoid about getting shot from above, he wasn't even ready for the 2 players that they knew about inside of the site already.
LXCB is 6-0 in opening duels. So
yeah, that's a huge turnaround.
Right,
and yeah, exactly. It is just that top hut position. It's so strong and yet so easily counterable with the correct utility going in the right places. And it's not like he's been really switching it up. Like he has just been on top of hut pretty much every round. Now this time, LXCB, not on top of hut, of course. He's taken himself over here toward the ramp room. This feels like a bit of a read. It's Issa instead. Over towards this A site up on the rafters. And now MAhvMh7z here outside with this AWP, looking to get a couple of more kills on the board in favor of OG.
MBK just dunked Shox, man, down to 50 with a grenade. Vitality were poised towards the ramp early, but they will leave the lobby and set up the smokes outside once again. Standard. MAhvMh7z. Where does he go from here? Going to fall off and give them room. He sees this utility landing. Molotov can cut off half the time of the smoke, and he times it pretty well, but that does leave a bit of a gap. It goes deep, and they can cross close to the shield, the wall. Down to B, MAhvMh7z. You want to play a timing shot? He will hold his nerve for the time being, but he might get a fight instead. Does a good flash, forces him back, allows RPK to get close, but he goes back turn, sees a barrel, and that could be the kill. There it is, RPK finding an advantage for Vitality, and that's a massive rotate kill as well. Man2 was about to drop B on ramp, I imagine, so now B is open for the taking. No one lower, and RPK is even going upper just to throw more spanners in the works. The bomb's about to get planted on B.
What?
My goodness, RPK has sold this so well, and I mean, he just keeps on delivering. They've got the B site, bomb now going down, and OG, they do everything right in response to RPK's aggression. They take lobby control, they pressure the other areas of the map, and they get a bit of a picture as to where this play could be coming in from, and it is just RPK's presence single-handedly that denies every one of those rotations on the back of the information. Valde, his only hope is to hold on to this AK. A 1v4 retake is not happening anytime soon. If he can take some of these guns away, that's pretty nice for them, right? The money never really been in a good spot for Team Vitality.
Here's Apex lining up in the crosshair. Now the jig is up. Valde has been spotted, but don't think they're going to make him pay for it unless he backs right on in, up into Shocks. So let's see.
Ooh.
Shocks can't lend it. Does have to drop and ultimately loses his life. So does Valde.
Yeah, Shocks does enough damage that the bomb actually kills him. He definitely would have survived there if Shocks, didn't hit him. So, yeah, that counts as a kill. It's not going to come up on the scoreboard for Shoxy, but it certainly will affect the money and the morale of OG moving forward. Vitality heading into the last round of the half, looking to find 6 on the T side of Nuke. That would be fine. It would be apt. It would be enough. But OG, they don't want to allow Vitality to get it. They've got enough money for the buy. Got the AWP. ZywOo's not really shown his on this map. So that head-to-head battle that we were so hyped for just hasn't really been there in this series so far. Maybe if Man2 pulls the AWP out on the T side, we'll see some of it. But right now, he's aggressive in hut. This is a great angle.
Yeah, super aggressive, Hugo. Look at that. AWP in the hut just sat up shop right almost inside of the lobby. Not quick enough for ZywOo. The one that knows all the angles, knows all the timing, knows it all. And that was why he was the top-rated player last year. This is looking more and more like a 6th round here for Team Vitality. Alexib, Issa, and Valde looking to defend the OG honor here in the last round of the half.
Yeah, that's a good nade from Alexib. That could have found Shocks, but doesn't manage to do so. It's actually not done anything here to Team Vitality. They'll get into the garage. They sit with this 2-man advantage. They know that right now all the pressure is on OG, and Shocks was just homed in on that secret position, waiting for this rotation. Alexib has gone out through the main smoke and has put this back into a 2-on-2. They're looking to deal with him, and ZywOo, well, put a stop to the madness. Issa now alone. 1v2 in this round. ZywOo and Apex trying to join together, might go down towards this B bomb site, which just so happens to be the one that Issa has just rotated away from.
2-on-1. What are the odds, Hugo? What are the odds here for Issa?
I don't know. You'll have to ask GGBet because they seem to have all of the odds, Trace.
GG.bet, of course. That is the official bookmaker here of the ESL Pro League. And in this one, I don't know who you're putting your money on. Obviously, you want to look at Vitality, see the bomb's down. Issa trying to come into the site through the vents, maybe taking some side hall control and throwing them for a loop. But 2 guns versus 1, I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't seem to equate out.
Vitality is setting up to trade, which is what makes it so hard for Issa. It's not like he's going to get given a free kill and they can smoke the bomb and play the mind games. Nope, they're both on the site, they're both ready, and they don't even need to trade. Apex is going to close out the round in the half, and Vitality recover somewhat. 6 rounds, but a better showing from OG in this map so far. Will they keep it up, or will it be a 2-0 to Vitality? Find out in just a moment.
Take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave.
R.I.P.
The run boost to
Mansu.
his death, just straight up.
Shot in the air, that does two things. One, slows you down, meaning you're just going to go directly down and not, you know, sideways, but also taking away some health. There was already some damage by the grenade, but ZeuwoKCDZ makes it even worse.
Yeah, it was a cool stunt, though. Nice one, EvilKnievel. Maybe next time.
Well, do you remember when, you know, killing yourself meant you got no money in the game?
Yes.
That would be a lot worse. Or even in the start of Go, where team kills would like minus $3,000 instead of minus $300, and that was in pro as well. That was in all matches in the competitive rule set. So yeah, you kill your teammate and you are just screwed for the next few rounds. No longer an issue, luckily. Oh,
Is for MAhvMh7z. He gets absolutely owned by LTC.
look at the pace.
Yep. Here they go. Fury's pace down in the lower site's going to yield them a bomb plant from the looks of it. A 4v5. Vitality, well, they're going to have money in the next round regardless, but what could they hope to do stacked up against these 5 AKs of OG?
Oh my.
How does Shox win that? He knew Issa was there from the beginning of the round and just holds it the whole time. Vitality, they might just 4-man save. That's what it's looking like. They're not even going to give this round a look in. Which, an interesting decision considering this was the bonus round. They might run back-to-back bonus rounds, which you don't often see.
Yeah, I think it was the sheer pace of that round getting decided, which is why Vitality saved, right? Not only does LTC get that immediate headshot on MAhvMh7z, but he just knife out W's into B and plants in the next 5 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, Vitality, they just didn't have the position for it. They didn't have the rotates. You know, typically you lose your ramp player, you'll drop someone vent or secret, and then you'll have someone to, you know, fight, maybe go 1-for-1, open up a chance for a 3-on-3 retake, but disadvantage in the weapon, in the position. Yeah, Vitality, they go for a safe save. And so we're going to buy up an AWP around this bonus, so it ain't all bad for Vitality. Only 1 SMG still left up. It's a pretty decent buy, all things considered. And they're going to look to find double digits on this CT side. Smokes early for OG, but only 1 man crossing behind them. It's Issa. Ramp play for the rest. Uh-oh. Oh, MAhvMh7z's going down B because they think it's a heavy outside play. ZeuwoKCDZ's going to get caught off, but he does spin out of the position, saving his own life. That could have gotten very dangerous. Vitality for a second thought it was a heavy commitment behind those lower smokes. Issa is still waiting in the same position he was last round, and MAhvMh7z's come back up to surprise Hello as he takes a kill and a half. Apex will finish the job, and it'll even drop the bomb with 2. Issa with a late lurk, and you know Shox is ready for him. Back-to-back rounds here for Shoxy, and it's going to be Vitality on 10.
That's so great. They turned something that looked like it was going to be a misread that cost them that round into something that works in their favor, right? They see ZeuwoKCDZ moving away from ramp, and so at that point, OG think, well, the ramp AWP's just rotated away. Let's pick up the pace. And so then when they kill Mansu, they start to think to MAhvMh7z, they start to think to themselves, all right, that's it. They're the 2 B ramp players, right? The AWP's on rotation. And so that allows Apex to just pick up the pace and finish off what MAhvMh7z started.
Surprise.
I mean, that's the difference of being ready for a lower take as well, and that's because of the smokes. Remember when LTC kills MAhvMh7z and then runs B? There's no one there for Vitality, but this time they have 3 lines of defense towards that B bomb site. So, yeah, pace is good for Vitality, rotations are in order, and Shox has taken the advantage once again.
Yeah, but a lot of players have gotten down through Secret in the meantime. LTC being one of them who vent dived in the beginning of the round. Now, Vitality are rotating players toward this side of the map. 2 guys at ramp. That's an important thing to bear in mind for MAhvMh7z, who's going to have his work cut out for him. ZeuwoKCDZ actually comes rotating in. In fact, everyone does for Vitality. There's a bomb plant going down, and ZeuwoKCDZ does put a stop to it. RPK comes in the meantime. OG, they thought this site might have a couple of players on it, but it's got all the Vitality all over it, and Valde gets shut down. The rotation, time to perfection for Team Vitality, and they're going to send OG packing. There's no money left in these OG bank accounts. The Vitality, this isn't just a short taste of victory. This might be the full-on buffet.
I mean, yeah, it looked like MAhvMh7z was the man to watch in that round down on B, and then ZeuwoKCDZ just no scopes of smoke and kills the bomb planter. At that point, pandemonium strikes for OG. And now the money is gone.
You know, as we've heard from multiple sources, even MBK in that little interview he did ahead of this game, just saying how it's in these hectic moments that the communication on this international squad can get out of hand. And Vitality, they're making these rounds very chaotic indeed. This time, though, ramp kill found. ZeuwoKCDZ not able to deal damage onto the players crossing. Apex might be a bit out on a limb here, all alone down towards the B site, and holds it admirably. Apex locks in 3, and Alexa B is left all alone in this 1v2. The bomb belongs to Apex, but he is low on health, and Alexa B not in that same camp, looking for this man at the B site. Rotations come in from Shox down through the vents. So he's going to be over on the decoy, on the decon side, rather. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Apex, 4 kills, a stellar B-site hold in a round that could have gotten out of hand for Team Vitality, right? If he's only able to get like a one and done from that B-site push, which, by the way, look at the situation he throws himself into. Like, this isn't one that you're meant to be coming out of with multiple kills. If he gets a one and done there, that whole round is likely over on the back of it. Shox would be attempting a, 1v3 retake of the B-site. That just doesn't happen.
I feel like Vitality came into the CT side expecting a far slower approach from OG, and OG have just thrown a rampant pace in. Vitality have matched it so well with these B rotates. Ever since that round that Alexi plants or gets control of the B site and they get a quick plant and Vitality save, Vitality been so fast to react to these plays from OG. Apex himself, I mean, we saw that MP9 round where he runs down lower. All over the map are Vitality. OG throw the outside smokes. They have Alexi B lurk behind them again, playing the position that Issa often got punished in the past. Issa's here, though. This time, brothers in arms going to play together. Shox getting baited in by the Molotov thrown by Issa, and Alexa B finds him. That's a good combo for OG. For the first time in a while, they have a man advantage. Players were going to hit the ramp room, but they're going to bail off of this cool, off of this kill. And Apex could be in hot water as he's getting wrapped through the main smoke. Alexa B trying to double down, but RPK is still here on the site, and he could deal with a push.
A lot of responsibility on his shoulders right now. RPK, the tank, comes to life. Oh, only down to the USP versus MBK, and he's not able to make it work, perhaps unsurprisingly. Masuta left to clutch this one out in a 1v3. OG will be in with this 11th round unless this man can deliver some huge heroics here for Team Vitality. He's heading in towards the lobby. That bomb now goes down, and Masuta might just elect to play this one safe, right? The odds of this retake coming through are a lot less than likely, and so he'll just back out of this round. 11 now on the board for OG. It's taken them a bit of time, but they will be coming in with this second T-side round. Now back on Inferno, we saw them on their T-side never really get more than these isolated rounds on the board. You cannot afford to have that happen here. You know, money became a real reoccurring nightmare for them back on that map.
Vitality at least have the money to buy back in here, but it's going to be reliant on Shox and Apex to be the banks of the team as they throw over guns, bailing out these citizens. Vitality calling out their third pause as well. Clearly been feeling some of the pressure in this game. They want to make it a quick 2-0. They don't want to head to Dust 2. And of course, while that is a good map for Vitality, it's been one that OG have leaned towards ever since creating this roster. So Vitality would rather make it a nice quick series, and they can still. Alexa B, 7 out of 10 entry duels. That's very good. I mean, we've been seeing him run in first, take the brunt. Almost art-style play in this T side. Fast ramp plays and better outside control in the last round for OG as they send more than one player there. We haven't seen a heavy outside round for OG with lots of players ever since that eco where Mantu gets run boosted temporarily until he hits the ground and craters. So I'd like to see OG go to, once again, these smokes and at least put more players behind it. That would be a good idea. And yeah, smoke's going out, but how many players is the question, as it's often been only one or two. ZeuwoKCDZ is going to have to deal with it on the AWP, but if there was any man for the job, unfortunately, he doesn't really get a say into this round, or this fight at least. They cross towards Secret safely. Good grenade tags this. So there's a wrap on the red box as well, but that's not going to find anything. Shox actually clears it out, and he sees no one. So is that misinformation here for Vitality thinking, okay, outside's clear? Well, that might be good for them, because right now OG is set up to hit A, and Vitality not only are ready for it, but are flanking it as well.
Yeah, this could get really messy really fast. MBK delivers a kill onto Apex over here in the A site, but Shox could decide this whole round here, and now there's one, there's two. The trigger discipline works wonders. And even as MBK gets that trade, it's a lot of information gained for Team Vitality. MBK could just be the difference maker, though. He's on 3. No love for these French boys in the server from MBK's side, at least. He's looking to do even more. Does get mollied out, and that's going to force him to take this fight. ZywOo burns him to a crisp. RPK timing. Nice. Then LTC getting that frag. Now leaves all the pressure onto ZywOo.
But he's in the lobby. He's playing the smoke. He is getting back flanked from LTC, but trying to find this kill onto Issa before that point. Good read from ZywOo. Issa waits on the left. Here comes a fade. Here comes a fight. Who's going to be getting out on top to ZywOo? Oh, no, he looks away. The timing is so off. Issa coming in on the back, and it's going to be OG striking back. 12 rounds. Even with that flank from Shox, who finds 2 kills in the back of the lobby, it's going to be a round for OG. Maybe it would have been safer to see them fall off. I would have loved to see Vitality, get those kills. And, I can't really blame Shox for going for the third fight towards Radio. You're feeling it. You've got great position. If you get that kill, the round's won. But he goes in, and then MBK takes him down. He gets a further kill towards a ramp push, and it all just starts to crumble down for Vitality. And look at the economy as a result. It's given OG a way back into the latter stage of this map. They are going to be breaking back the money of the CT side. Apex pushing lobby, clears it out. Oh dear, there is a player still here though. Got to jump, got to find a kill. RPK at least does, but right now Vitality have conceded the outside position and OG are all over it.
Oh yeah, MAhvMh7zeuwo's getting pushed close as well. They can get into heaven. Ooh. On the back of this. MAhvMh7z does find a dink onto Mantu. This MAhvMh7 has been thirsting for blood ever since earlier on in the round, and RPK not able to put up a kill. MBK from heaven solidifies this round, and OG gonna take the lead now, 13-12. Team Vitality in with another investment, but it could be their last here on Nuke if they're not able to pick it up here and now. There is a lot of pressure on them heading into round 26. And when you think about how the day started off with, what, a 16-4 victory to Vitality over on Inferno, and LTC, who went 0-9 before finding his first kill in that game.
He's now 22-16.
Yeah, he's top of the entire server. So he's had a real turnaround, and it's another opening duel won by LTC. He shuts down Apex. As the two IGLs clash with one another, he comes out on top.
Yeah, he's had 7 multi-kill rounds this map, and this could be his 8th if he finds just one more. It's going to be a top-site split for OG. Fast pace, RPK, oh dear, he does so much damage through the gap and the hut, but he doesn't get a single kill, and that might force a save from Vitality. Just the numbers alone are a problem here, and if only they knew the numbers on the side of OG. 6-2 on MBK and Mantu. And this is going to be 14. OG looking to draw us to a third. Out of nowhere, right? This was 6-1 rounds in the CT side for Vitality. They had full control over this half. And then OG streaking together 4 in a row now. Just 2 left until Dust 2.
It's such a shame, man. RPK does so much in that round, but you're bang on, Hugo, man. Just the sheer numbers is enough to keep Vitality out, and that's also where the kind of awful situation of their money plays back into things, right? Because you do have to be more conservative when you're kind of working with what they are over on the CT side, and that is not much. Thankfully, these players that saved can drop weapons over, so it's another buy on the cards for Vitality. A loss in this round, though, and suddenly we're going to Dust 2, it feels like.
More likely than not. But let's see what they can do with this one, right? ZywOo on the AWP and Apex on the Chug. Looking to make OG look like a mug. But that's easier said than done with the pace that OG have been showing in this T side. I've loved how fast some of these rounds are. Look how quickly they get towards Secret. And with the flashbangs being so good, the player in Garage has no idea. Shox now is not even in the round as MBK takes him out. ZywOo needs to hit this shot. He needs a 5-on-4, back to a 4-on-4. He delays the re-peek and the Molotov, and he gets away with a kill, dropping towards B. Low health, but a 4-on-4, an opportunity. And LTC's been so good at finding these little picks, finding these kills on rotation up into that top site. Don't know where ZywOo got that kill on, but he'll take it. LTC opens up on A, and they might just turn around. OG don't want this B site. They're going to avoid ZywOo for the time being as they get control towards Heaven as well. No one on A right now, but Apex needs to hold his own.
Oh, MAhvMh7z almost catches on, and now they know there's a man in heaven. Big Chug, deliver. Apex, only 1 kill, and ZywOo in the hot seat in this clutch. That wallbang was through the vents, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dear.
onto Mantu, by the way.
Yeah, I'd love a replay.
But this is not a round for ZywOo, at least not with the eye test. 35 points of health, he's going to give it up. A 15th now to OG, map point in their favor. And they're going to want to hunt. At least one of these players wants to go looking.
Yeah, they've got to wait for long enough that they realize that ZywOo isn't going for it, right? Because you don't want to throw a player down lower or towards CT spawn, and then ZywOo kills your only A player and gets on the defuse, right? So OG, I don't think they will hunt. They're just going to play it safe. By the time they realize the round is won, it's, you know, how far ZywOo could be. He could be anywhere right now. So not really a worry. Just avoid him. I think that's a safer one. And that's what they do in that round, right? They spot him down on B. He gets 2 kills and lower, and OG just go back up top site. And that is because of AlexiB. He's not just a talking decoy. He has been instrumental in taking this map for OG. No. That is disgusting.
Mantu, my goodness. Oh my word, how does that feel? ZywOo with a stellar shot in through the wall. Complete and utter madman.
Double AWP is a great change for Vitality. Shox has been getting outclassed in the yard in these last few rounds, so seeing him armed with that is a definite positive here for Vitality. Question is, of course, if they don't go yard, he's going to have trouble in the late round. And right now, he's having trouble in the early round, getting shut down and spammed through that hot position. Put to 14 for the spray. MBK doing the same towards ramp for limited success. Shox is not watching yard, only ZywOo towards hell. Shox taking a risk by hanging around with low HP, and OG going to go towards ramp.
Yeah, Masuta here, tucked in this close right-hand corner. Now, we've seen some big moments delivered from this position, but MBK is quick to flick back around. And now the B site, well, it belongs to OG. There were no early rotations. Apex is going to be this first man on the scene. He hears them break the glass, and he will answer back with 1. Any more to follow up from Apex would be huge, and he's able to take down not just 1, but 2.5.
The bomb's planted, though, and it's a retake for Vitality. This is up against Matt Point, and Valdi's got a flank to kill the point man that is ZywOo. He's ready for it, but he misses a shot. Oh, dear. It's getting scary. He's getting wrapped. AlexiB finished off the job. Low HP. Almost gets blown up by a teammate's grenade. 11 health the difference, and now RPK and Shox with just about the same. Need to do more with less. It's Mantu above the site to close out the map, and we're going to a third. Ladies and gentlemen, Dust 2 is just around the corner. Join us after the break for exactly that.
Don't take friends, no pretend. Yo, think I might have found my 10. Oh, posted up in my 10. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. There's no game, Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a Benzo.
He saved this one, no armor, and OG are all over the site. Shox can get away with an AK as well, or just play for exits. It's regardless, a 1 round for OG. They seem to be deciding these in the opening 20 seconds, but Vitality, I mean, they didn't really have enough in this one. It was an eco. Oh, MAhvMh7z saving his teammate's life there as well with that kill. Shox was close in the corner. Still players from OG fanning out and looking for these final 2. They don't know exactly where Shox has ended up, and MAhvMh7z is a long way away, so he will not be found today. 3-3 as OG put rounds on this T side. But Vitality are coming back in with guns. Oh, that's excellent from MBK. He's back, baby.
That's what they say. But don't call me baby, man.
I was talking to Harry, mate.
All right, dude.
Keep your distance.
All right, pal.
Listen, bro.
Okay, bud.
Listen, fella.
All right, Chief. Let's calm it down.
Okay, guys. Well, let's calm down to that point. It certainly has calmed down, hasn't it?
Very threatening.
We really do find ourselves at a monk-ass situation, 3-3.
Oh, and it's a B play running on in. MAhvMh7z not able to hold the line once more. And OG, when they want the B site, they get the B site. Shox is tagged on up through the doors, and this might be a save for Vitality.
Oh my God.
Now, this is kind of gross. You know, Alexa B is going to hunt down the saving players. He now knows that they're not even going for this round. OG, looks like maybe they actually delayed that bomb plant for a bit as well. They were already in the site. They had the bomb ready to go, and they've let Alexa B start to creep on forward. Now, ZywOo will deal with him. That's a Krieg that can be retrieved for Vitality if someone wants to be brave enough to run the gauntlet, but that's a big if. A 4th round on the board for OG, and this B site is a real problem, and it's only going to keep causing problems, because if you overcompensate at B, OG are going to take that in their stride, right? They throw in a fast B play there, knowing that this is going to be the first rifle round back on the board in a little while for Vitality, and that the utility wouldn't really be that fantastic. So the fact that they're flexing this B site so much is surely going to lead to Vitality overcompensating on this side of the map, heading into the rest of the game.
I bet they wish they overcompensated here because, you know, much like Inferno can be, boom, 1 kill, there's the round done. You know, there's nothing Vitality can do. They get smoked off, they get choked out of the site by utility. And at that point, it's done, especially when Alexa B catches a saving player. OG at that point know that Vitality have given up in the round, and they are able to finish things off. Building their economy on the T side, there is a lot of money in play, and still no orbs. I wonder if this will change. Maybe in this round, because Alexa B is yet to buy. MAhvMh7z could afford one of those weapons. Not being seeing him versus ZywOo at all. That's just not a battle that's happened in this series. Bit of a weird one. But Vitality, they save the guns. They can buy back into this round and give it another go. Definitely want to see 2 players on B. But, you know, this is exactly what OG want. Like you talk about, now if they change the pace, they go towards long, they start off early somewhere else, you know Vitality are going to be leaning towards that B site out of fear.
Alexa B had a really good B spawn. It looked like he wanted to play off of it, but the gun wasn't actually dropped far enough over to him. I imagine he's going to try and sell a bit of a fake RPK. Oh my goodness. MBK gets both of those kills? How? How is he the man to deliver there?
He's a natural born killer, Harry.
He really is, and he's showing it in the server. ZywOo and Apex now over here in the A-bomb site. They reinforce it, they double up, but this is not where the play is coming in for OG. They've got full domain over the map at this point, right? This is a round they've got to give to Vitality if they're going to lose it. It should be very, very difficult for Vitality to do anything here. And MAhvMh7z, he's got to deliver really like at least 3 kills from this B site hold, and that's a huge ask. And yeah, even then you're heading into it with an AWP on the retake in ZywOo's hands. We've seen Vitality save in these situations before, and it might just be more of the same. MAhvMh7z, can he do enough to make this round possible for Team Vitality? MBK gets dropped, but no one else pushes in.
I kind of like that. They get the info, and also it stalls the rotations because it's gone quiet, so Vitality don't want to start moving off of A, and then they rush. That's a really nice idea by OG, you know? Instead of just trying to trade MBK in the site and potentially get sprayed down, they throw 1 player in, he dies, he goes, okay, it's solo B, and Vitality, there's no way they rotate because they go, well, it's only 1 player, we've only heard 1 player. You know, it could just be a bad fake from OG. It's not. They're just using MBK as a walking decoy, Harry. But the trade is there, and that's what matters. They take down MAhvMh7z inside of the site, and a plant will solidify 5 for OG. Safe city right now. It's like Inferno in this map.
So are we going to classify this whole, you know, Alexi V and Ints thing? I mean, I know it's old news, but is it one of the most, like, top 10 anime betrayal things? Or...
I mean...
I don't know, because I feel like if anything, like, Alexi V was obviously the one to get removed, and he's just come out better from that. So I wouldn't, like... I don't know, but like maybe you know there's a feeling of betrayal, but
I'm sure
I think he's pretty happy with his home in OG. Truthfully.
With the reality of the situation, it's not like it's not like Alexi's looking back and like, oh, Enter bad right now. I could have made him so much better. He's like, wow, Enter bad right now. I'm so glad I'm not with them. I'm sure that's the mentality, right? Obviously, they probably wouldn't be bad if he was still with them, but
we'll never know.
Exactly. What we do know, though, is OG are looking good. They're in the 3rd map of this series, and they're putting Vitality to the test. Another eco round around these saved guns. It's been saving all night long for Vitality. Every round, OG have won. All 5, Vitality have saved. It's been bomb explosions to get these T rounds. And so that just shows Vitality in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's somewhat OG's doing. Now, where do they go here? Catwalk control gifted. One man holding the cross, and that man is ZeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs.
Into the red room we go. By that, I mean things are about to get real. Tactical masterminds over there at OG have put them all onto Catwalk, all 5 deep, actually, running into this A site. There's nothing Vitality can do about it. They can't stop this plant.
I think this is already the save trace, really, for players like ZeuwoKCDZ and Apex. They're probably going to float around, right? Like, ZeuwoKCDZ's not going to budge off of long, but a lot of this round relies on these pistols doing something.
Or even if ZeuwoKCDZ gets a leg on a player, you know, that's right enough.
There we go. That's the one. There's the kill to push them forward. And now they want to give this a go. And all the kills are coming in on the back of it. This should not have been a Vitality round. Valder looks to snatch this one back into the hands of OG. He's got to fight in this Molotov, and he still puts up another kill. Oh, my word. Apex has a kit. They tap on the bomb. MAhvMh7z picks up where Valder was looking to finish. And sure, Apex gets all the kills needed, but it's still a 6th round on the board for OG.
Old habits die hard. He turns around to face the bomb as it explodes, but, it's not a 1.6 anymore. Won't affect the damage.
We're not in Kansas anymore either.
Streets of Dust are looking dry and barren right now, Trace. At least for rounds for Vitality, they are lacking. 6 bomb explosions now for OG. 5 of which have been saved. Well, no, sorry, that was a save for Apex. I guess he gets out alive, taking down the last man in Spawn. Vitality again towards his B site. OG might meet them, though. The bomb is suicide. This is a dangerous move, but luckily the AWP is not there. It's actually on B, and MAhvMh7z unscopes and misses the shot, as you would expect. The nade goes deep, but OG avoid it, and they are going to bail from the B site after seeing that AWP. They might even think it's ZeuwoKCDZ, right? They don't necessarily know that, so... Always a bit of fear struck in the minds and hearts of OG. Instead, ZeuwoKCDZ's up on the A site watching long with RPK, and he's going to double back to watch the Catwalk. But it will be that B play again, this time 2 players. Vitality have to hold this. If they lose this round, if they lose this B hold, that's when problems are really going to arise. They are set up and ready, 2 players here and the AWP on plat, but they can molly this position.
Could do that.
MAhvMh7z finding one through that smoke. Oh, there's a chance for even more here. It's actually Apex to just line them up, knock them down. Valder lost alive, gets put in the ground, and Team Vitality, they'll take a 4th. They finally greenlight that B site hold and put that 4th one up there. Stellar round from Apex, maybe the change that was needed, pulling him over towards B to help out MAhvMh7z, who's clearly been having a little bit of a trouble holding on to what OG have been throwing in.
When we saw MAhvMh7z, I can't remember who they were playing against. Maybe one of you can remind me. He went 0-18 in one of the Pro League games, and it was on the B site of Dust 2, which was that game. He just couldn't hold it. He wasn't getting away with anything. Or he was getting avoided more often than not and left to either save or retake. But yeah, it's maybe one of the harder positions that he's acclimatizing to inside of this team.
Oh my goodness, RPK tries to go through, tries to kickstart something magnificent. ZywOo now giving up his position at the car. Don't know if he's aware there's a player down in the pit. RPK never saw it. Smoke comes in from Shox. That's going to bail ZywOo out of danger.
But look, he doesn't vacate the area at all. He just kind of shifts away from the Molotov. He stays alive here, and which ultimately proves to be just a big pain in the rear end of OG.
I just love how much his team set him up, right? He gets mollied, he doesn't even unscope, he doesn't even look away, and he just gets the smoke thrown on the Molotov. Like, he's there telling his team, okay, I'm going to play his position, but when I get mollied, you need to save me. I don't have a smoke here. And second one comes down. No teammates to save him this time in hot water and hot fire, but he still takes a kill before he expires. It's MAhvMh7z alone.
That kill right there, what on earth is that?
Instant.
The last tick of life pulls away with the trigger. Crazy. It's just MAhvMh7z, and he's got nothing to do, nothing to show.
Yeah, you can say MAhvMh7z won an AWP fight versus ZywOo there, which is cool, but I mean, you know, you're really reaching. ZywOo gets away with so much off of that position, 10 and 5. Finally, OG play into the hands of Vitality. They avoid the B site, and after 6 rounds in a row, Vitality have found two of their own. Yeah, I mean, that was instant.
Well, an immediate change of pace here from OG. They flash through those mid doors, and Alexa.B able to get up onto the catwalk very, very quickly. Flash goes over, Shox not blind, and trade found almost immediately. ZywOo there was meant to go ahead and keep that in the favor of Vitality, but he's not able to do that. Long control taken in amongst all this madness. ZywOo and RPK still alive back inside of the A site, and now this wrap coming on in. Molotovs raining down into A. Apex is coming on this rotation. He's responsible for a hell of a lot, and he does catch MBK with utility trying to cross. Over at the crossroads, Issa. He's at a crossroads in this round, a 1v2, and danger could be around every corner.
Yeah, and the bomb's just out of his grasp, so they're long. He's got to find another way to get it. I'm not so sure it's going to be as easy as that. It's a save round.
He's wrapping in through long, looking to surprise this man back in the site, and he has surprised Apex. Now, MAhvMh7z with this AWP. Oh my goodness, Issa's going to try and make the run. Now, I don't know. This is going to be close if he's able to do it.
Well, not with all this playing around, but here we go. Off to the races. It's Issa. Knife in hand. He's really gunning for it. It's going to be a tight fit. It's going to be a stretch. Not even sure it's possible at this point. I'm going to go ahead and side with
Yeah.
No, but there was an idea there.
Gives it a go. Optimistic at best, but it's not going to be the round, unfortunately.
Got himself $300. I guess kind of cool.
What a huge godlike clutch from MAhvMh7z, though. Stays alive, does nothing, wins the round. Those are the rounds you love.
If you love it, what do you do with it, Harry?
You wear it if you love it.
And where do you go to get that?
Shop.eslgaming.com.
There we go.
Shop.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it.
You love it, you wear it.
You break it, you buy it.
Well, who's going to be broken on the end of this one? 6-6. We got ourselves a tie game. Some MAC-10s and pistols out for the side of OG. After Issa unable to get the bomb planted or win in that 1v1, however you want to look at it. We're going to look at a full-on B hit here on the side of OG. They're lining up for MAhvMh7z. Can he get more than 2? I imagine that he can, and he will. He looks for this 4th. Finds it with ease. They just keep on feeding him. Can he get the ace? Didn't see the player there in Alexa.B on the scaffold, and so what an easy round there for Team Vitality.
Yeah, MAhvMh7z finally sends them back in from B as well, right? Sends a bit of a reminder that he's not just this free bomb site anymore. He holds his own and does it in spectacular fashion with this double AWP setup, an investment that was allowed thanks to him staying alive there in the end of that last round that obviously they picked on up. So these double AWPs giving some immediate results over to Vitality. There's no money left in the OG camp. They'll partially invest into this round, try and do what they can with these pistols. Apex, though, yeah, he catches MBK completely by surprise. And there's quick to get himself out of danger. You know, the last time he pushed through the lower tunnels, he got caught, obviously.
It's true. What more can I say about it?
It's deathmatch time for RPK, but maybe he met his maker. LXCB finds a kill, so we're back on the card. No Molotovs today, and no time to take this man out, you'd think. He gets two through the wall as well.
Was this the wall?
Yeah, I thought it was his teammate,
I thought it was too,
but he
yeah.
didn't do any damage, so it must have been just through the corner of the car, wall, or the long corner. It doesn't matter, it's a round, and it's an easy one for Vitality. 8-6, despite the fact that OG, you know, Vitality go 3-0 up, finding the conversion against the Force. OG wins 6 rounds in a row, with Vitality 5 right back at you. So, you know, no one swapping or trading rounds, just streaks on either side as OG look to find the last of the half, find the 7th, split it in the middle, Harry, as they say. They haven't actually done much mid to B work, so this is a good change of pace. Hitting the site that's been so good to them, but taking a different route. Okay.
Oh, and that route puts them in the firing line of Apex. He does turn back to middle. The Suitor gets caught repositioning, and now they're set up outside of the site. Going to be a 4-on-2 retake here for Team Vitality. OG, they will look to get that bomb planted. MBK going to plug in the numbers. Issa hidden on the car. 3 players for Team Vitality coming in through the tunnels. And MBK.
Get ready for a wild ride. Issa peeks the tunnels. It's Zywoo quick on the draw, and it's not going to stop there. End of the round, end of the half. It's going to be Vitality to pick up a 9th. To the 6 of OG. We're going to flip it over here in a minute and turn it into the second half of the game. Vitality on their T side. Will they close this out with ease, or will OG have a response? We'll be right back after this break, everybody. You're watching the ESL Pro League.
Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hot they can't take it.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, I lost myself today trying.
At the conclusion of the first half of play, it's Mr. Apex. It stands tall with Vitality. It does look like we're going to have a game on our hands here. After all, 9-6 half, Vitality grabbed the last one, closed it out, and we look now towards a pistol here with Harry and Hugo. We're just about ready to find out who stays alive here in the ESL Pro League Season 11 and who really calls it quits. And I don't mean as a team, I just simply mean that they are out if they lose this play-in.
Yeah, pressure's on the line here. We already have our first 5 teams who are going to be in that next group stage. This is, of course, stage 2 of the Pro League. That is Astralis, Na'Vi, Mousesports, who topped their initial groups, Fnatic and FaZe, who won their games early on today. And the final team will be the winner of this map. It's in the second half. And it's the third of the series. Never would have thought it would come this far after how dominant Inferno was for Vitality, but OG have really made this one interesting. Now in the pistol, fighting up mid and Cat. Valdi's been pushed back, but he gets a kill on his retreat. Shox also dinked by a USP for 99. You don't see that every day, but when it does come through, well, you're left in a rough spot if you're Shox. Better than dead, I guess, but that might come soon as OG flashed around the corner. Nice shot comes through onto ZeuwoK, and 2 players down with a bomb as well. Double flash. I like the setup from OG, really trying to force aggression. Mizuki's going to get close, but not close enough.
Well, there you have it. OG certainly still in the game. 7-9, they pick up a pistol round, and that's where things start to look a little bit better for them over there. No Kriegs coming out just yet on the side of Vitality. But that could be the bane of existence for OG.
Wow, more of that. OG getting on the CT side. And I'm sure we will have more of that with Vitality forcing up in the second round. It's going to be Deegs with some util. Nothing too pretty. The FAMUFs are out for OG.
That's the thing about these guys, right? With Vitality, you can never count them out in these 4-spy rounds. You know, in this round, they might look like the underdog. I'd tell you they came here to win. And, well, there's a pretty good chance that they might find something here, at least up towards the catwalk with all this utility. They can throw out these smokes to go for the cat cross. And when that happens, there is only one man inside of the site in Alexa B. And so at that point, it kind of falls onto Mantu as to how he wants to play it. That's a nifty little smoke throwing on him from Shox over in top mid. That's really going to restrict how much of a say Alexa B can have in this round.
Yeah, it forces him into this one engagement, and they're going to be ready for it. They've got Deegs. They want that headshot fight, and they might get it. Molotov on the site, though, is problematic for Alexi. He will begin to burn, but he gets away with a kill off the flash. Actually tucked in, and the molly's not doing a thing, but Masuta will. Getting up close to the Deagle and finding another kill. It's a messy one for Mantu, but he's going to get the frags off the FAMAS pistol. Not going to be able to close it. Masuta alone, but somehow, someway, he's made this interesting.
How on earth has he done that? That second kill right there is a little bit disgusting, to say the least. Still doesn't matter. Bomb plant. Good on him. It's OG. They continue to say, Konnichiwa. Big hello there to Vitality. They are not out of the game just yet.
Man, Masuta with that fadeaway Deeg. I honestly don't even know if he knew he got Valda in that one there. That's just mental.
It's pretty scary, really.
It's a 4-spy from Team Vitality. Now, they're able to make that round pretty close, so they know that, you know, that they could reset EG if they get this one here and now. It's a pretty big gamble to take. It hasn't left them with much utility, and so winning these fights is paramount, and they're not able to win them over at long. Alexa B and Valda will hold their own and keep the advantage in favor of of OG. Team Vitality, they wanted to try and retrieve these guns, but Mantu has juggled the AK and the Krieg out of those long doors, which means no free upgrade for RPK. And there's also now some of this coveted terrorist weaponry over towards the long side.
Well, OG don't want to fall prey to what was the bane of their existence on the CT side. The B site. Or the bane of Vitality's existence, rather. who do look like they want to take B, coming in through T-spawn to tunnels, but right now just peering into middle and looking elsewhere, waiting for Shox to come join them. They also want to take mid to, also ZeuwoKCDZ rather, so ZeuwoKCDZ can come join them and be safe. No aggressive catwalk or mid-control plays. Shox might just try and fake out B with a flashbang, then run right back to catwalk. That's where the play is going to come through. MBK blinded, but no one's moving. No one's budging. No one's shifting here. Team Vitality are the ones that are going to have to make the presence known, and they do on the A site. Quick dink. LTC stalling with the Molotov. MAhvMh7z with the Krieg. The spray is there, and the taps will finish the job. 2 kills. Only Shoxy left up. He may as well go down with a fight here. If he can get any guns away from OG, he can continue to cripple the economy. But right now, it's Vitality on their last legs as OG close both those force buy rounds out. Vitality can't afford to buy again. Surely this is where they take an eco, take a breather, let OG get double digits, and then come back in with a full buy. They have certainly made their job hard, though. You know, I understand the wanting to force when you make rounds close and you get a bomb plant, you get 3 Kriegs. That's a great buy for Vitality, but it does delay their first real rifle round and their AWP as well on ZeuwoKCDZ, which has, you know, been such a mainstay of their T side.
Yeah, just a little fact collecting mission that I was on there in the meantime. We were talking about MAhvMh7z and his 0-18 sort of run there he had. One of a kind, really. I think that was against Team Spirit. Things look a little bit different here.
Certainly. But back to the cat play for Vitality. Things are looking like deja vu. A couple of rounds ago. Vitality's boosted on long. You don't see that every round. And he might have to double back towards the A site. Vitality commit here. LTC, does he take the... I want to call it the Tabson position, Harry. We called it simple, but I mean, considering Tabson, you know, won that series against Na'Vi with that spot, I feel like he deserves the name. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's one that I always saw simple trying to pull in. Like, more so than average. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, the big play is the one that decides.
Yeah, no, that is true.
The big play comes from Tabs. That is an unfortunate commitment for MAhvMh7z with the bomb. No one is going to follow him because of the Molotov, but they'll come late to the party. The rotates are already here. LTC is hanging around in Tabson's hidey hole, and they're going to cross right past him. Excellent work. 2, maybe a 3rd. He will get overrun eventually, but MAhvMh7z's there to trade. And G2? OG. In my head, I want to call them Optic. Like every round, I want to go Optic game, but no. OG will find it. 10-9, they get rid of Eco, and now it's a full buy round. The first of this T side for Vitality. They've had Kriegs, but they never had everything behind it. And with ZeuwoKCDZ on the AWP, this could be it. Harry, the head-to-head we've been waiting all series for. MAhvMh7z versus ZeuwoKCDZ, what we got?
Oh, bit of damage done. This time it's ZeuwoKCDZ onto MBK on the cross. So we don't get to see that head-to-head yet, but we should do at some point soon. MAhvMh7z taking that AWP over towards long side, so it might be a little while. Goodness, those nades are devastating to Team Vitality. MAhvMh7z is lucky to be alive. 1 point of health there after the double nade stack down into the lower tunnels. And this shows EG, man. They've got quite the read on this whole situation. The AWP held by MAhvMh7z. Ooh.
Oh, very close.
Yeah. OG, looking like a bunch of evil geniuses almost. They have a pretty good understanding as to what's shaping up in this round. MAhvMh7z goes back towards long. Shox lining up this flashbang to try and get them out. MAhvMh7z is not blind, and he bests ZeuwoKCDZ there in that head-to-head. Now, not quite the AWP standoff we were hoping for, but a kill is a kill, and it goes a long way. And a damage where these nades have already lit up the majority of Vitality. It's only Shox left now. 1 versus 3. Bomb on his back and a huge task ahead of him. This is by no means a recoverable round for Team Vitality.
Wow, you wait till after he dies to say that, Harry, you're a fraud. You didn't know. He could have won that, but no.
But Harry did know. Harry knew the whole time.
One step ahead.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, OG, well, I know some of you picked OG. I'm not going to say who explicitly. Maybe Rush did.
Maybe I did.
Rushley, hello? Bueller?
Hello. Yes, I did pick OG in this.
How are you feeling about that now?
I'm feeling pretty good now, to be honest. Now that I'm a couple of rounds ahead.
Yeah.
Didn't feel good on Inferno, but now it's looking pretty nice. I think the MBK revenge is fueling him. Not performing too well this game, but he's, you know, he did good other times, I assume.
He did well on Nuke. He was second performer.
There you go.
Yeah, your assumption is correct, Rush. Don't worry. No, I do feel it. When you know, I tried observing last season, and one thing that's hard is you don't realize, firstly, who's killing who, like scoreboard wise. You're not
Just
looking at the kill
numbers.
feed, but also numbers, right? You don't know what score it is. I was on like match point, and I didn't even realize. I'm not the only person who's done that though, Rush.
No, I remember when I casted that game that you observed, and I didn't really know a team got to 15. It was quite embarrassing, to be honest.
It's impressive, to say the least.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm
and
just slowly
also you and
talking
me.
and stuff, and then you just tap at the 15, and it's like match point, and I'm like, oh, hype time.
Big round here.
Well, we've seen ZywOo with the Deagle before.
We know what he can do, Harry.
We know what he can do with the Deagle.
Sorry, it's MAhvMh7z. But ZywOo, he will go up the catwalk. The flash to find Vitality in position, making lots of noise, and that gets her by LTC down in the CT spawn, hanging around. LTC.
Shox just, or not Shox rather. It looked like MAhvMh7z was lining up a smoke. I was wondering if he was going to throw that Shox smoke up and over, but instead Shox has dropped into CT.
Nice.
And he has the read that LTC's there. Does manage to shut him down, but in the meantime, this mid to B play is getting contained, albeit for a moment. ZywOo's Deagle, Shox's P250. Is that enough to get a 10th round on the board for Team Vitality? It's only Valde left standing. And Shox deals with him out in the open. It's 3 for Shox, 2 for ZywOo, and a 10th on the board for Team Vitality. They go into that round with just pistols. They were focusing on a rifle buy in this round here and now. And so now they're just flushed with money. They put a 10th on the board. And with all of that seemingly tipping in Vitality's favor, just to top it off, they've even broken the money for EG.
Yeah, what a sick call from Vitality on the eco, just throwing in so much disarray, not letting OG know where that was ending up with Shox shopping in CT spawn. It looked like a cat play, had everything to signal an A site execute, but Vitality switch up, run back, and hit mid to B at the end of it. OG get broken, Valde's on a CZ. That's how close this was. Despite 5 rounds in a row for OG, those forced by Vitality made the money low, and it's going to get lower and lower by the second. MAhvMh7z dinked on the entry, but gets away with a kill. MAhvMh7z's going to flash his way back into this angle. He is the top performer right now in this server, at least for this map. And he's going in with the AWP, but this time ZywOo will best him. Ready on the angle for the repeat. Shots with the spray is messy, but LTC going to finish off the job that Valde started. MAhvMh7z gone. MBK on a wrap-up cat. He's come fast from the tunnels on this flank, but they're going to molly him off. Good awareness from Vitality. That will force a save. OG, they've got nothing to play with, and they'd rather take that into the next round.
I hope this doesn't make them start to consider the force buy here, right? Because that feels like how this could all start to slip through your fingers on the OG side. We're going to have to wait and see what the idea is here for OG. But as we've seen, you know, with some MBK rosters of old, aggressive force buys are certainly not out of the question. Vitality not able to find any of these saving players, so these 3 weapons will get maintained here for OG. Let's see what that decision is here for the CT squad. LTC purchasing up a smoke, but it doesn't look like anyone else is going to invest behind it. So OG playing for the long game, and that's what you want to see here.
Well, the long spawn attempt for ZywOo. He's going to go out for the pick. Does miss the cross. MAhvMh7z had a better spawn. In a good position. ZywOo not even going to consider this. Sometimes you just don't even realize. And Shox is sleeping at the wheel. No clue that MAhvMh7z had crossed. And now he's got a Krieg. Oh no, ZywOo. If he loses this AWP, this round could fall apart. It's an eco for OG around the safe guns. And now MAhvMh7z has saved a gun. He's going to be able to bring that back into A in the 5-on-4. No armor, but the Krieg, we know how good that gun is at finding one-shots. A is more than controlled. 3 players on catwalk for OG, so he's going to come in through CT instead and assist towards his mid play. Vitality, though, setting up towards the A side. Get baited in. MBK's got to kill. There's another man hiding behind the stairwell. This is all over the place. Issa's dropped the bomb. The molly for ZywOo should get this frag, and RPK is going to push behind it, but does he expect 2 more men around this corner? It's a no. Trade for ZywOo, down to 4. Can't find the flick, and Valdic closes it with a USP. What a crazy round. OG don't even force. They don't even need to.
And that round right there is the one that puts OG back in the driver's seat. Reinvestment in from Team Vitality, but if you look at those money totals down on the left, it sets a bit of a worrying precedent. Shox is loaded, but the rest of the gang have got nothing. They need the pocket money from Daddy Shox in this round, or rather in the next, if they're not able to pick this one up. RPK tries to play off the long spawn. Mantu
completely bewildered from the looks of it.
Yeah, I thought he had that, would have had that kill dead to rights, but somehow Masuta is the man to find the opening.
Issa, though, shots through the smoke as Shox emerges. He will depart as quickly as he came through. Alexi B is going to flash his teammate out on long, and there's so many players here to come flash, but RPK was playing anti, looking away, dodging the dirty, and Alexi B committing to the car. He has got a smoke from a Molotov, but he won't be put into hot water today as Vitality look to go B. Now, do they go for the duck, the old look at the ground to avoid getting spotted from mid? No, they just want to take fights, and there's nothing there for OG. No one sees a thing. Timing almost there for Issa, but he just misses it. Still, there's a man inside of the B site. ZywOo selling the fake over on A. MBK calling for support, though, towards B. And OG, a great gamble. They made the right call, but will it work out?
Yeah, ZywOo's going to be over here to play around along just as long as he possibly can. Meanwhile, there's the peek right into Issa's crosshairs. Goes for a second one, a fast flick. Can he find 3? No, that's going to be just enough to get Apex out of there. So you know what? I'm good. I think I'm going to head out. But how does he get over here? Now, we see that ZywOo is over there on the A site. It's all clear. That's the comm going through. But it's the path that Apex must take to get into the site that's very worrisome. He does find some contact in the middle. And ultimately, the top middle is going to be what catches up with him. No time left in this round. ZywOo not clicking, and there you go.
He was going for the double scope. He's usually so fast that, like, you know, obviously it's instant, that right click, but so fast at being single scope, seeing someone flicking, double scoping, and killing, you know, just guaranteeing that frag. But hey, that extra bit of movement, that extra, you know, middle finger pressing the right mouse button, Harry, sometimes it comes back to haunt you.
Man, this is like an unreal recovery from EG in a match that means absolute EG OG. Yeah. I keep doing that,
That's
man.
your
They're so close to one another.
Well, how about this? Shout out to shout out to Pax _ PUBG.
Should be CSGO there. I mean, I don't like
fine.
the
I don't mind that.
We'll let it happen.
Look what he says. It's so nice. If ESL Pro League was not going on all day, every day, I don't know what I would do with my life.
Honestly,
and you know what?
same.
Us.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Like us too. Yeah.
Like
so.
literally, what would we be doing if we weren't here doing this? I don't imagine it would be very fun.
No.
No, but we're so happy that we are here to give it to you. We do appreciate your view, as well as all of you viewers out there. Now, the real question is, which one of you is the best viewer? But we'll get down to that in due time. So right now, though, OG have found a comfort zone. 13-11. They know what they need to do to get this done. And so far, their CT side has had answers.
Yeah, Vitality are running out of ideas. It's looking like just a quick B crunch out of spawn and waiting for the smoke to fade before they do so. It's not even a rush. OG are going to have 2 players here ready. They're going to have a third in middle. Apex is going to try and go up cat. His intention is to try and sell a bit of a fake. Force that all back. Good job. He sends Mantu packing. Now OG have to start to consider A as a possibility, and they will lean harder towards that site. The player in mid now calling for assistance, and Issa is here to do so. That leaves only 1 man at the back of B, MBK. ZywOo's coming in on this mid-ramp. He's going to expand through the smoke, and the Molotov will finish the job. MBK with a Krieg can just line up kills. He spots one, and he hides. That's safe, and it's smart. It means that Vitality are just getting 1v1 here, and MBK double peeking with his teammate will finish off the round. Revenge against Vitality, 14 to OG.
And this game, you know, for everyone watching at home, for those of you who aren't aware of what's going on here, this isn't just your average, you know, like teams playing against each other for a spot in this group. No, this is loser goes, winner continues into the following stage.
Yeah.
And it's all on the line here in map number 3. OG was so quiet to start the day. They got 16 forward on Inferno. It was one of the most dominant victories we've got to cast here in the Pro League. And now, on Dust 2, they're pulling ahead at 14 to 11. What a time to start to come alive.
Yeah. And this is it. This is Vitality trying to stay alive in this best of 3 right here. They're looking at their EPL life on the line. BK's got a smoke to work with there, and B, that's going to hold off any sort of ideas or plans OG had to really stop what was going to happen there for the side of Vitality. They looked like they wanted to pressure B a little bit early on. Meanwhile, ZeuwoK in a comfortable mid-pick position. I do love picking mid all round long, just to make people upset.
Stay in spawn till 30 seconds.
Yep, can't go wrong if you're in spawn. Doesn't really rhyme, but I'll work on it.
Can't go wrong if you're in spawn.
It's all about the
Maybe
accent,
it can't go wrong if you're in spawn.
Well,
All right, well, back
I mean,
to
slips
yeah.
right off the
Brief.
tongues
Yeah.
there. But no, not here, not today. This setup is greasy. You better wash your hands after this one, OG, because it's a double peak towards B with both players committed.
Oh, and Alexa.B's here to try and hold for this mid to B. He seems to be very aware of what's going on. Valdez even available to come in on a fast flank through the long doors should he be needed. Now, Apex might try and relive some heroics that we saw Shox do with a CT drop here in this round to try and cut off the rotations, but that's never going to arrive. RPK falls over at the B side of the map as well, but they do at least deal with MBK, the man trying to hold it down. Masuta wins his fight onto Issa in the tunnels. Alexa.B tries to pick up the pace and gets shot in the mouth as a result. So now, 2-on-2, Valde and Mantu versus ZeuwoK and Masuta on the other side, and Valdez in with a double.
Wow.
The defuse comes in, and OG, they'll reach match and series point here, 15 to 11. Vitality, they need 4 more rounds, and that doesn't even guarantee a victory. That's just to start the clock over again. They've got to grind their way back into this versus an OG that is on fire. A big play from Valde to end this one, right? He doesn't let Team Vitality do what they wanted to do, which is gimmick around those smokes, try and waste as much time as possible. He just picks up the pace and locks it in. 15 to 11. 1 more round is all OG need to send Vitality home.
And they might just do it. Vitality looking to go fast and furious into this B site. Alexa.B ready, but MBK is not flashed out. There's a team kill. That's a mess. Issa's on the AWP, and he's dropped the bomb as well. Flashed out of the site. It's been given up. It's been conceded here by OG. They have no choice. This has got to watch out. They can peek the doors off of a timing here. And Vitality do have B. There's still a lurking lower. Molotov's out. We'll keep OG out and about for the time being. But look at the amount of grenades OG have, right, for this retake. They should be perfectly able to set up.
Something that's so important is that Valdez coming in on this very, very long flank through those long doors, that position he was at earlier in the round. But this allows Shox to go undetected. They think that tunnels have been covered, and they have not. Shox could tear this whole round apart, but oh no! He's missed the spray. Valde gets removed in the tunnels, and now OG, they're looking to save. They're looking to flush this man out, and they can't get past Shoxy in the back. 12 to 15, and we're going to keep this one burning a little longer. OG, the money is not in a good spot. This could just be a partial investment here. Vitality, if that's the case, there's a good chance they go 13 to 15 before that full buy round for OG comes in.
And almost the only thing that keeps that competitive there towards the end of the round is that TK. And that's unfortunate, although it is Vitality to pick up the round and stay alive. Now we get to see a U.S. Air Force tactical timeout coming from the side of OG. Now, what are they going to piece together? What are they going to put together here with the money situation they currently have? I'd imagine some pistols, maybe get themselves a nice little fast cat, perhaps. Or my personal favorite, smoke top middle.
Smoke suicide and rush lower, or rush top mid trades?
Rush both.
Oh, I like that.
You really just got to
trouble.
hope if you rush top mid that nobody comes to shoot you in the back from lower.
2 for 1.
Yep. Here we go. Timeout's coming to a close. Should be jumping back into it. Match point for OG. Not just map, but series point for OG. One more. Seals the deal for Vitality, who will be out of the ESL Pro League Season 11 running.
Well, this is it. This is what it all comes down to. Another B rush, potentially. They're playing off the contact of the AWP. If ZywOo finds a kill, maybe they commit, but he is taking his time, his sweet time. Now they're going to contact it. No smoke, just a flash in. MBK is spraying. It's a bit of a miss, but he gets away with 2. Bomb dropped. OG still with a chance. How does he steal the guns from underneath their feet? MBK, the natural born killer on 4, and it's just Shoxi alone. Oh dear, this lurk is a little too late. It's a little too lackluster, and it might be OG taking the series.
It would be only fitting that it's MBK in this round to steal it away from Team Vitality. Shox is now tasked with what should be an impossible 1v5. He's over on Catwalk, but bomb control held for OG. They've got the site, they've got the package, they've got all their eggs in one basket, and Shox is a long way from home.
I've seen him.
They now know he's here, and while he does get Mantu, follows up onto Valdez. Still more players against him, and it's MBK with an ace to secure the victory for OG and send his ex-teammates packing. Vitality, they get out of here, and OG will carry on. Wow, what a way for this series to end. We've got a lot to digest. We've got a lot to talk about. So join us for that after a quick break. My word.